Welcome to the IMSAI channel, where I try to resurrect an old IMSAI 8080 computer. This is why it looked somewhat familiar. This is the exact same card, or same model card, and I definitely have used this card. This one's completely populated. It looks like it has my handicraft of putting it together. So I probably built this card and ran it. Wasn't really crazy about moving to Z80. Most of the programs were written around 8080. The Z80s were faster, and a lot of people were moving in that direction, but a lot of the stuff wasn't compatible. So I just kind of kept my system running in 8080 during the day. So Byte, B-Y-T-E, Byte Incorporated, actually built kind of an Altair type computer. I don't think it lasted long, but they did have some S100 cards out on the market for that system. And this one is a prom boot. So this could boot up with a whole bunch of proms in it, probably 2716 proms back then. Might even 2708s if it's an early enough card. Let's see. 1976, a C61101 boot prom, Byte Incorporated. Interesting card. Looks like I built this card. I'm not sure if I actually used it or not, but definitely the wiring and the components and everything. I made this card. Okay, our last card is one of my favorite cards. This is also a Byte computer card. You can see Byte in the true Byte font like the magazine had. This is a 8080 CPU card. I really enjoyed this card. I thought it was laid out really well. It had good functionality, and it had these great test points at the top. It had ground +5, -5, +12, so it was very handy for hooking up debug equipment. Like I said, I always enjoyed this card. See if we can find a date on this one. It's an MPU C1000-1001 Assembly Rev A. So they did it right the first time. 1976. Looks like April of 1976. And here's a card, another IMSAI card. This is the actual original IMSAI backplane. The nice noisy backplane that nobody liked. And everybody removed them and put in a better backplane. But this is the original one that came out of this computer that I purchased. It says IMSAI 8080 Rev 1, and very simple traces. They're right next to each other, so there was a lot of crosstalk on this board. Didn't even bother desoldering the wires, just snipped them off and took it out. Okay, one more backplane. This is a Dyna-byte backplane, and I had this in a home-built system that I had once. It was a great backplane. I'll see if I can zoom in here and show you the grounding on this board. The grounding on this board is awesome. It has interleaf grounds everywhere and a very large ground plane, so it's a very quiet board. Back. I think this will be a good one to zoom in on the back here so you can see what's going on. Let me change lenses and see if I can't get close. Oh wow, this lens I have on my camera comes in very close, so works good. So you can see the interleaf grounds. Every line is surrounded by a big thick piece of copper and keeps the crosstalk from interfering with themselves. So a very nice board. I'll probably throw this one up on eBay. I don't need it anymore.